Tom Aspinall versus Ciryl Gane just took place in the main event of UFC 321, or did it really? Ciryl Gane eye-pokes Tom Aspinall at the end of round one. We had a very competitive round of fighting that I thought Ciryl Gane was slightly getting the edge of, but Tom Aspinall was starting to find his timing on Ciryl. Landed a good right hand before the end, but Cyryl's jab was popping. Cyryl's jab was popping in that fight. Tom Aspinall had a bit of a nosebleed. And then Ciryl Gane lands his signature move. No, not the back of the head shots that he lands in every single fight he has ever. Not the back of the head shots that he lands in every single fight ever, nearly in every single finishing sequence he's ever had ever in his entire career, bar the heel hook. No, not that one. The eye poke that he always goes for in fights. Most of the time he lands this in every single one of his fights, bar a couple of them maybe, but typically Ciryl Gane does get off at least a few eye pokes, just like his teammate Dasanina Mavov, and he landed it. He landed his signature move, double eye poke on Tom Aspinall. The finger went straight into the eye on this side. Left hand one. This doesn't really tell the story of it. He landed the eye poke, like you see here, and then he pushed into the eyes afterwards. That's what I think caused the problem. He landed the eye poke and it didn't look that bad, but then he pushed straight into the eye with force on Tom Aspinall to reclaim distance, and Tom had to call off the fight. He can't see. He's going to go out there, get slept because he's blind and he can't get his eyesight back. Or this is what happens. The fight gets called off, and for some reason, there's a lot of people that aren't angry at Gane about this. Even though he's one of the dirtiest fighters in the sport, there's a ton of people talking about how, dude, Gane was piecing him up, destroying him. They're talking about this like it was a 10-8 round before Ciryl Gane landed the eye poke. This was a very competitive fight. Both guys landed good shots. This wasn't the only eye poke that Gane went for, by the way. 3 minutes and 11 on the clock in the fight. I called this out live. Tom shoots in for a takedown. Ciryl immediately does the same thing with his fingers. Outstretched, forces them in the eyes of Tom Aspinall and eye pokes him again. This time not to too much damage, and doesn't go straight into the eyeball of Tom Aspinall, or he doesn't rake the eyes after he lands his signature eye poke. So they resume the fight and Tom just gets back to it. Okay, we'll get back to it. I think Tom landed a spinning back kick at one point. He landed a head kick in the fight. Gane was popping his jab. There are people talking about this like, damn, Gane was busting him up. Shook off the takedown like nothing. Yeah, he shook off a takedown. He landed a couple more jabs. On numbers, he might be up by a handful of strikes. This is an MMA fight. I know I expected Tom Aspinall to make easy work of this, but I think that's where this is coming from. Everyone expected Tom to make easy work of this, and his ability is so held to a high regard that any level of adversity means he was getting absolutely destroyed. If Corey Sandhagen eye-poked Merab Dvalishvili at the end of round one, that's a real dominant round compared to this. He was genuinely piecing up Merab in round one. So if he eye-poked Merab at the end of that round, is there this reaction? It would be more warranted. No, there's not. No, there's not. A lot of people are seeing the truth in this. It was a competitive matchup. Gane eye-poked. He's a dirty fighter. He does this every single fight he has. He's a dirty piece of shit. Every fight he has, he eye-pokes someone, or he groin shots them, or he back of the head shots them to a TKO finish. One of the dirtiest fighters on the roster, and I don't think I've seen a point taken from him yet in his entire career. There would have been a point taken in this round, even though the ref said it was accidental. I don't think it is when you're constantly doing this with your fingers. What does it take? What would it take for an eye poke to be considered intentional in MMA? This was a good scrap, though. Gane's disappointed. It no work for me. I try my eye poke, signature eye poke, my groin shot, it never land. Back of the head shot never came to. I was waiting for round 3 to get my back of the head shots off. They will be missed. And next time he's going to try and land them. Okay, he never even got an opportunity to land his signature back of the head shots. So he's broken by this. Wild stuff, man. Wild stuff. Aspinall's gone to hospital after the fight. Been taken to hospital. Can't see. Quitting, though. Just quitting, guys. Just quitting. I know I said about Henry Cejudo, oh, what is this from Henry Cejudo? Because his eyes were wide open and he was going, I can't fucking see anything, man. Whereas Tom genuinely can't open one of his eyes. So what do you want him to do? Go out there and get slept like Stipe when he got eye poked by DC and then immediately slept afterwards? DC fought on with his eye after it got poked and lost. What do you want him to do? Gane was up by a bit. Gane looked sharp. He had a good jab. Tom landed good body kicks. Tom landed good low kicks in the fight, I thought, as well. I thought this was a decent scrap. They were feeling each other out, but Gane was slightly more aggressive, still relatively even. Some people are having some good takes. Gane was cruising, while Tom was already gassed and leaking bad from his nose. Tom looked like he was slowing, feeling the pace. The takes that people are magicking out of thin air to assess this fight, to defend a cheater who eye-poked Tom Aspinall. And we all know who these guys are. These are John Jones fans, okay? That are in the comment section. A wife-beating PED cheat. Over Tom Aspinall is insane. We all know how it was going. Gane was up by a couple strikes. This was a competitive fight. Tom landed a head kick in round 1. Good shots back. Good front kick to the body. Good low kicks he landed. Gane landed good too. He landed jabs to the body and jabs upstairs. And like 2 solid left hands. I'm jabbing with my left, but he was jabbing with his right hand. And 2 solid left hands on the inside on Tom. Tom landed a good straight right in the fight. 2 of them. He landed a good hook. He landed a head kick. A spinning back kick to the body. Some good low kicks. He failed a takedown. This is crazy. Book the rematch. I know John Jones is at home. I tweeted about this. John Jones probably at home, sharpening his fingers, thinking about the potential comeback. Alex Pereira is at home talking about, let's make the heavyweight division great again, me versus John Jones. The level of hatred for Tom is actually insane. Is it me? Not is it me seeing this. Is it my affiliation with Aspinall that's causing this? I don't get it. I don't get it. They want to book the rematch. We're going to book the rematch. I think the odds will be a lot closer because I said this even while I was nervously breathing. We had 40,000 live viewers watching my reaction to this. But I thought Tom landed some of the better shots. I thought Tom landed some of the better shots in the first round. Body kicks, low kicks, failed a takedown, sure. Gane landed some good jabs. Popped Tom with like a piston jab. Gane's very good, which is why I was worried about Tom going into this fight. Tom Aspinall fought for longer than 2 minutes, and now he's being 10-7'd by Ciryl Gane in the eyes of a lot of people online. What are we talking about here? Competitive fight. Gane's a very solid fighter, and Gane, who couldn't catch him for 2 straight rounds, had to resort to grappling later in the fight to get the better of Ciryl Gane, which was a lot earlier on in Ciryl Gane's career. He's learned from those mistakes. He's been improving. He's been training his takedown defense. Working on his game, looked in the best shape we've ever seen him in. Competitive first round. Tom gets eye gouged for the 2nd time. After 1 minute and 50 seconds in, Ciryl Gane lands the same thing on Tom while he goes for a takedown. It was good though. Big performance. Bad for Tom. I know what this means. This means the crowd that wanted a certain result are going to be able to say, well, John finished him early. John finished him in the first round, which is true. John did get a takedown. Ciryl Gane showed no resistance whatsoever and laid there on his back until John submitted him. Against the cage, Gane was sat there, not moving, not bucking, not shifting or fighting hands, sitting there like this until John locked up the guillotine on him. I'm very aware of what happened in that fight. And do I wish Tom would have finished him earlier? I do, without resistance. That was the ideal circumstance for Tom Aspinall, was to finish Ciryl Gane with no resistance in the first round. I think we see an overconfident Gane in the rematch, and I think Tom smokes him. But Tom was raging. So there's an emotional aspect to this rematch now that I'm worried about, because I've been looking for Bully Tom to make an appearance for a very long time, you guys. For a very long time, I've been waiting for Bully Tom to make an appearance. And He made the appearance on, what the fuck you guys booing me for? He genuinely made an appearance in the post-fight speech. The fuck you guys booing me for? I got fucking double eye poked. A double eye poke landed. Insane. Crazy. Horrible result for the main event. Worst case scenario. All things come together. It's weird how MMA works, is it not? Dirtiest fighter on the heavyweight roster, Ciryl Gane, constantly cheats every single fight. He's a dirty little French cunt. Jon Jones is the nemesis of Tom Aspinall. Eye poke victory is what they're claiming morality on, or like a moral win on. A moral victory. Eye poke landed. Moral victory for him. It's good that. Blinded. Never see again. It's good that. There you go. Blinded him. Both eyes. Same time. That's weird how that comes together. Jon Jones is his nemesis. Gets eye poked and can't continue. After Jones eye poked his entire career. Cheated his entire career. And no one got it. No one. And everyone still calls him the GOAT. PED cheating. All of this. It's like a cheat move that puts out Tom in this fight. Absolutely wild result. Even the Nina Drama interview. Have you ever been fingered by an MMA fighter? If I had to tell you, name a Tom Aspinall line that's memorable. It's hello, John, or it's, have you ever been fingered by an MMA fighter? What would it take? He got fingered by an MMA fighter. MMA just fucking works itself out like that. It's so fucking annoying. It's so annoying. Tom was getting murdered with that jab. Some of the takes are crazy. He landed some jabs in a fight. Tom was getting his time in, I thought. Landed some good body kicks. Landed good low kicks on Gane. I really thought, if you want my honest opinion, I thought this would be Ciryl Gane picking apart Tom until Tom put him out. And then got a takedown and subbed him. I thought that's what this fight would be. Gane kicking low, kicking to the body, landing upstairs, doing all of this. And then Tom just goes, wah, wah, puts him down or shoots a takedown, Kimura's him, easy first round finish. So to see Tom go tit for tat a bit more, I was actually kind of surprised. In two ways. Oh my God, we're seeing Tom go past a minute because that's the expectations we have. But also, oh my God, Tom's going tit for tat with Gane. Gane's landing good jabs. Tom's got a bit of a nosebleed, but Tom's landing a spinning back kick to the body. He's landing a head kick, a body kick. Combos back on Gane. Low kicks. I didn't think any of that was going to happen. Didn't get the takedown. Just couldn't find it. Just couldn't get to the hips on Gane. I don't know how that happens. I don't know if it's Gane outstretching his fingers anytime an opponent closes the distance on him whatsoever. Dirtiest fighter at heavyweight. Now that John's retired at least. This is at 3 minutes 11. I don't know if you can see the timer here. 3 minutes 11 into the round. Tom shoots in on Gane for a takedown. Tries to go underneath a jab. But he doesn't realize it's not a jab. It's an outstretched set of fingers aiming for his eyeballs as he closes the distance. Nasruddin Imavov does the same thing. Training partner of Ciryl Gane. There's a whole YouTube short on it where they break down every time Nasruddin Imavov goes for the eye poke. Who are we cheering for here? Tom got done dirty in the main event and the fight got called off. I thought Tom was looking good. Not the best, but I've seen Tom get landed on by Arlovski. I really thought this would be one way. Gane's up by like 12, 15 significant strikes. Bang, bang, Tom puts him down. But instead we get competitiveness. And you know what? This is good. Volkov is going to have to wait a little bit longer for him to be done right by the UFC. But this is a rematch I'm interested in. And this is a rematch that will have more hype than this fight. Because this fight was being talked about. Who cares about this one? Gane shouldn't even be getting the shot. He robbed Volkov. Gane shouldn't even be getting a shot in the first place. He robbed Volkov. What was he doing? He didn't get this. He's got 3 title shots in a row. That was the narrative going into this. He never deserves his shot. He just goes out there, back of the head, shots some random guy. He got dropped by Tuivasa in round 2. Tuivasa can find the chin of Gane in round 2, but Tom was just downward spiral. No way he adjusts. It's an MMA fight. Gane had a good showing. Tom didn't have the best showing, but he still made it a really competitive round and then got his eyes raked out by Gane. I want to emphasize that again. It wasn't this impact that did the damage. It was that afterwards, Gane pushed his fingers into the eyes of Tom. Once this had landed, he then forced them into Tom's eyes in a pushing motion to emphasize the amount of damage the eye poke would cause. It's wild. But that's how it goes. I was being rage baited afterwards. Everyone's going at me. UK this, UK that, UK fake champion. All of this, we're real champs, UK fake champ, all of this fucking wild shit. So I gave some crazy takes on the live. But Tom had a decent one, you know? Both guys had a decent scrap. Gane was having a good performance, getting loose. I think that might have been a downfall moment. That's what I would have seen if I was watching it live again, if we got a little later and Gane started really relaxing. But I thought this was a good look for heavyweight, man. Compared to Chris Barnett versus Hamdi Abdul-Wahab earlier that night, I thought, you know what? This heavyweight division's pretty good. Now that Tom didn't destroy someone in a minute, can we admit that now? The top heavyweights are all right, you know. Gane's all right, you know. I was saying it all fight week because I think what people would have said if Tom destroyed Gane is beating a bunch of cans. Jones is sloppy seconds. That's what would have been the narrative. And Ngannou can rally in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th with one leg against Gane, but Tom would have just been on a downward spiral, dude. He wouldn't have been. After the first round, it would have been over for him. What are we talking about here? Good fight. I had Gane up by a couple of strikes. I thought Tom landed better. Gane's jab was good, but I thought Tom landed some good right hands, some good body kicks, some good low kicks as well. I thought were good. I thought Gane was going to be chewing up his legs, especially the stomps. He went for him, but not really any of them had too much effect. At one point, though, I do want to mention this. Tom, no spins. What the fuck was that? I shit my fucking pants watching that live. That's the last thing I want to say here. No fucking spins like that ever again. I'm not kidding. He landed a spinning back kick on Gane, which is insane. But one thing that needs to be mentioned is no random fucking spins for no reason in the middle of a fight. Halfway into the round, Tom Aspinall spins around on the spot in elbow distance of Ciryl Gane. Stands there and goes, hey! High fives him. And I'm thinking, no. I can't take this. We can't have you spinning around for no fucking reason in front of him, mate. Let's switch on. And he was doing all right. I thought both guys did good. Both guys landed good. It's a competitive matchup. The next fight's going to be more evens. I still think they'll have Tom as a slight favorite in the rematch, but it's interesting. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Toodle pip. I'll see you later. Goodbye. Book the rematch. February, March. I don't think they'll do it before the end of the year. I think they'll save this for Paramount. We've got some life at heavyweight because what was next if Tom smoked Gane? Tom versus Volkov 2. Pereira doesn't want to move up and fight Tom. Jones doesn't want to fight Tom. Maybe they'd be more open to it now. Maybe they'd be more open to the idea now that we've seen him beyond a minute of fight time or two. I think Tom does catch him in the rematch, though. I do. I think surviving an Aspinall early few minutes is a tricky job, and Gane was doing it pretty well. Do I think he's going to be able to pull it off again? We'll see. That's the argument, but the odds should not be minus 300 Aspinall. We're looking at a minus 150. Gane plus 130 or something like that. This is going to be an interesting rematch. Just if Gane outstretches his fingers again, take a point of him straight away. He does it every single fight. He back of the head shots every single fight. Dirtiest fighter in the history of the heavyweight division. And that's saying something. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Toodle pip. Goodbye.